let's do this for a bit. Not the playing, I mean the stream thing. Let's do that for a little bit. I'm very I'm very unclean today. I'm a dirty man. And I'm later. It's later in the day than I usually do this, so I'm going to feel like different. I was going to say not good, but I changed my mind and thought, you know what? I won't feel bad from the get go. I'll feel different. Anyway, I'm here to do this for a bit. Hi Carl, hi Salty. I had things going on, so that's why I'm here now instead of earlier. Hello Maya. Wait, what? See shit posting my DM till my stream work. Hey, I just couldn't stream because there was some guy doing work in the house, and then once he had finished, I had to clean up a little bit. You're right, Carl. But yeah, no, I was just tidying, and also I had to wait for a delivery from my dad. The bloke drilling my hole. Shut up! That was not what was happening. There was nothing illicit happening in my house. I had to wait. I had to wait for the guy to leave after doing whatever it was doing in the hall, putting wallpaper up, and then I had to wait for a delivery, which just arrived. So there we go. You put a time bomb in the delivery. Shit. Well, you're about to witness a live assassination. If I don't know how long the time has got left. I'm not streaming until the bomb goes off. I'm not stopping the stream. I mean, till the bomb explodes, and I am no more. Welcome to the assassination stream. It finally happens. I get put down like the dog I am. Although to be fair, if we started to, if we were putting down animals with explosives, I think people wouldn't be too pleased with that. I was hesitating streaming for a couple of reasons today, and one of them is that I haven't showered in 2 days, and it's probably very noticeable. So that's all you need to know about that, is that I'm dirty. Why is there blood on the ground in War Thunder? It's not blood, it's paint. Trust me, that's paint, not blood. There is not a single... That it's not blood. It's paint. You can tell, look, it's exactly the same thing. It's definitely paint. It's spilt paint. Yeah, sure, it might not be the same colour as the paint in the bucket, but trust me, it's paint. You know how many deaths have been streamed on Twitch? Many. Many have been streamed on Twitch. I have seen at least one. 2 maybe. I've seen at least 2 deaths that have streamed. Whether or not they were on Twitch, I don't know. You wanker, take a shower? No. In my defense, I couldn't shower yesterday or today because there was a guy working on the hallway outside, so I couldn't shower then. And that's why I didn't know if I was going to stream today, because of that. But because the package arrived, I decided that I will stream. You can tell me to shower all you want. I'm not going to. I'm proud of my my disgusting heritage, and I'm not going to disrespect that. I'm not going to do a shower stream. Why would I? Why would I do a shower stream? I'm not. Amaranth? I assume she's probably done a shower stream for the viewers, but I won't do anything for viewers. I'm not that desperate yet. You seen Amaranth's vaginal yeast beer that she's making? Well, she personally isn't making it, but well, she kind of is if you think about it. But she's getting the she's getting some spores from inside of her and turning it into beer, or at least some kind of alcohol. I didn't really look any further than the thumbnail of the article because honestly I don't want to know what's going on, but she's doing that. When will I visit the Middle East? What on tour? Endless Bread goes on tour, I'm going to come to the Middle East. I'll go to all the places that people don't usually go when they go on tours. I'll go to Brazil. I'll go to Peru. I'll go to Argentina. I'll go to Lebanon, Turkey, Iran. I'll play War Thunder in all those countries in front of a live audience of 400 people. I think I'd fit in well. I think I'd earn a lot of money doing that. China's Object 211 is pretty neat at the BR it's at. What's the 211? I should probably look that up. It's an object, so I presume further up here. I don't know what I'm looking for, I'll be honest. You don't think I'd fit in? Why not? What about me doesn't fit in? PT-76. I've already forgot. Is it this? That's not the PT-76. Where's the P? Is that the PT-76? No, it's not. There it is. I found it. There it is. I forgot this vehicle existed. China has like 6 different variants on the PT-76. And I don't really care about any of them. What weapons does it? What ammo does it have? Oh, that's not too bad then. That's pretty good. That's pretty alright. I've never used it. I'm a Western man, yeah, but I'm I could I could do some. I don't know. Nah, I'd fit in. Shut up. No, well, I'm not. Well, I didn't mean fit in as in, you know, you wouldn't notice me. I mean fit in as in, you know, I'd be one of the boys. You know what I mean? One of the lads. I assume that the average height isn't much different as well, so I'd probably fit in there. I don't know if the Middle East is known for having particularly tall people or not. So I could fit in that sense, and that if you were just looking at the top, like looking over the top of a crowd, you might not notice me. I think you might notice me if I was wearing something like this. This doesn't seem like this seems like the sort of thing I wouldn't want to wear in a warmer climate. Soviet 85 practice point to 5.0. Is it just a typical 85 millimeter gun? It's a very good weapon. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of the T-34 85. The having an 85 millimeter. I mean, it goes up to 100 mil when it comes to APHE rounds, but I think that the 80 millimeter is a very good gun to use. It's a nice reliable gun. It gets the job done. Where is it? There it is. I forgot. What? Oh, the T-34 and the M4 is whatever the fuck. You could take me on a tour so I don't get kidnapped. What is the likelihood of me getting kidnapped without I feel like I'm not really at the top of people's list to get kidnapped. You know what? I might lower my desk a little bit. I'm out of breath for some reason. I don't know why. 100%? Alright, well, I might need help then. I might need you to escort me to all my viewings, all my shows that I'm going to be doing. I can do like I said, I can just do live shows where I play War Thunder in front of like a live audience and people yell at me. But it'll be completely different because instead of like an actual chat, I'll just have people yelling at me and throwing like bricks at me. You'll take me to the west of your country so I think it's nice, and then you'll take me to the south and leave me there. I don't really think I want to be left in the south of Lebanon. From what I've seen that's been going on, I don't know what I'm playing today, by the way. I wasn't even sure if I was going to play War Thunder, but I thought that since I'm probably not going to be streaming for a huge amount today, I'll grin and bear it, you know. I'd like to say, you know what, I might use some of these vehicles. Maybe I should try and unlock this. I haven't used this. Stiff upper lip. That's how it goes. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna let Jerry win. You know. Gonna keep my cool, keep calm and collected, and I'm not gonna cry. Play that Sekiro League of Legends nerds game. What? No, I'm done with Sekiro now on stream. I'm still playing through it a little bit on my own, but I'm done with it on stream. You can't force me to play Sekiro again. What did Jerry do to you? Jerry's been doing some things. Jerry came knocking at my door and then running away. He's been doing he's been playing whatever the fuck it's called. I mean that from that thing. The Discord mod game. I mean, you could be thinking about Sekiro. Is it the game that I was playing the other day? That's the only game with Sekiro, but I've not played Sekiro League of Legends Nerds game. I don't know what that is. No, I'm not on PT76. I want to get something good. I don't know if I can hear the game actually. Nope, I've discovered I can. Me and Jerry have been playing Knockador Run. That's what we used to do as kids. It's a very self-explanatory title. You knock on the door and then run. Hi, Ella. I think Carl's trying to describe Sekiro to me, but without just stating it's Sekiro. Because I said that I didn't know what I wanted to play, and that I'm doing the whole, you know, as Maya said, British stiff upper lip playing War Thunder. How can I run when the door's in the way? What? What, I just knock on the door and doors appear around me? I've got to wait for them to open. What? Wait, what do you mean? What? Am I doing it from the inside? I'm knocking on my own door when someone shows up. Someone shows up to the door to give me, like, a parcel, and I knock on the door and wait for them to open it. I think I should start doing that. I think next time that someone comes and knocks on my door, I'm going to knock back and see if they open the door. No, I wasn't talking about some home invasion roadman shit. I'm not going to take a shower. You can't convince me. Can all this bunch of shit and grime get off my tank, please, so I can actually drive at a normal speed? I'm only proud of it as far as it's, you know, you have to own it. You have to take control of it before people come and take it away from you. How big of a donation to make me shower? Nothing, because I'm going to shower later. I will just because I said I haven't yet doesn't mean that I'm not going to. You could just go take my word for it that I will shower because I know that I need to. This hoodie I only got yesterday, so it still smells like the factory it came from. This still smells like the Chinese sweatshop that made it. Don't look at me, don't look at... What's up here? What's shooting down there? Whatever it is dead. Now you would care a little about having my location. Why? So you can stay away from it. So you know that you won't come near me and enter the hazard zone. Yeah, talk about knick-knack paddywhack. Like whatever that because I saw that image that you posted into the Discord, Maya. I saw that, presumably wherever you stole it from. I probably saw it there, and yeah, I've never heard that term in my life. I can't remember what it was, but I never called it that. Also, I lied when I said that we played Knockador Run. We never did that because that would be rude to the people who live there. Who just shot at me? Was it that? No, because the reload seemed a bit too quick. Hi, Insomniac. I'm gaming. I'm a gamer today. I'm drinking Pepsi. I'm surrounded by trash, and as has been established, I have not showered in at least 72 hours. Wait, no, 48. You take one my... Wait, No, to force me to take one by weapon. You can't bring weapons into my house and force me to take a shower when I said that I will. I'll make sure to take a full body selfie of me in the shower and send it to the Discord for everyone to prove that I do shower. I'll do that every time I shower. Not like I have guards at my door. I do now. I'm gonna get a private security force to come and guard my house. I'd hate like to be... I'd hate to be like a big streamer to the point where, you know, you get recognized on the street, because you wouldn't be able to order anything off the internet or like order food, because whoever would come to your house would know that it would like be like, oh, it's you. I heard that like someone recognized Germa when they went to give Germa his food or whatever, and they were like, oh wait, you're Germa. Luckily, you know, most people aren't bad and won't, you know, dox you, but it's still information that's difficult to put out there. Good to see me settling into the War Thunder professional persona. Exactly. I got called out on Team Fortress 2 last night for having 3,000 hours in War Thunder, but to be fair, the people that were doing it were being dickheads, so I don't really value their opinion that much. Because, you know, first of all, they got killed by me once and then immediately went, let's see what this person does with his time. They were playing spy, and me, having played Team Fortress 2 for a while, knows how to track a spy when they go invisible. So I killed them. They went, that's this person is far too good at the game. Let me go and find out what he spends his time doing. And then they were like, you've got 3,000 hours in War Thunder, and I was like, yeah, it's a problem. Then there's another guy who was being mean to me and my friend because we have we've got usernames that match. Although we didn't respond to that person because he was being mean unjustly. They were playing spy. That's the explanation that we need. It's true. You get spy players are annoying. They're annoying, and they're also very salty when they get shot. Is that a tank there? They get very salty very quick. They are very fun to, if you know how to spot a spy, they're very fun to fuck with. My favorite thing to do is when they pick up ammunition in front of you and then just decimate the area, just saturate the ground with whatever ordnance you have in your hand, because that always fucks them off. Spies often forget that I can see when they pick stuff up, and it's just funny to find them. And it's also good just to have a general idea of knowing what spies do when they get found out when they're invisible. It's not always a guarantee, but very frequently I'll catch him off guard. You'll find them when they're invisible, you'll hit them, and then they'll immediately do something, and you're like, I know where you're going. And I'll just preemptively throw a rocket there and take them out. It's great. That's what it's like having almost 2,000 hours in Team Fortress. You probably wouldn't know, though, if you watched me play Team Fortress, that I have that much time in the game. Calling me a nerd? How dare you? Team Fortress 2 is a perfectly honourable game to have time in. It's not like having 3,000 hours in War Thunder. That's a shameful thing. Someone finds out that you have 3,000 hours in War Thunder, you have to move house and find, like, you have to find a new place to live. You've got to change your name. You've got to change your appearance. You got to change your entire life history, to be fair, if someone finds out you've got 3,000 hours in War Thunder. The only people who care about that are other War Thunder players, and to be fair, I don't know if I want to be impressing those. Where's this? Okay, that whirlwind's got done. Okay, someone kind of saw me there. Who? I mean, I think I know who. It's probably the M4 from earlier, or the M6. Could be the M4 or the M6, but I think it's probably the M4. At least, yeah, that is true. At least it isn't 4,000 hours in Path of Exile. Because honestly, I don't know what you would do for 4,000 hours in Path of Exile. I don't know what you'd do for 100 hours in Path of Exile. I've never played it. but I assume there's probably at least there has to be enough content in it to make it to 4,000. Who did that? Oh, it's you. I have over 1,000 hours in Arma 3 as well. I think Arma 3 is something you can. I think you can be proud about having 1,000 hours in Arma 3 because there's one of two players who play Arma 3: people who like fun and people who are dickheads. And I'm one of the people who likes fun kind of guys. I like Arma 3 because it's broken to shit. and that you never know what's going to happen at any given moment because the game just barely works. You know, you go into Kavala even on an empty server and the likelihood is it's going to lag. Or you have like one of my favorite things that happens is when playing Anti-Stasi with my friend, and we'll just be driving along, just going about our day on the way to an objective, and you'll hear a distant explosion, and then you'll see like the black silhouette of a car flying through the sky on fire. Like that's like the best thing. Seeing enemies just not really react properly to like incoming fire. Having one thing that because when me and my friend play it, we'll have like AI little squads following us around, and it's really annoying when it happens, but somewhat slightly endearing when you get downed. Both me and my friend get downed, so we can't revive each other, and the only way that we can get back up is by relying on our teammates. But because they're AI and Arma 3 AI, it just doesn't work, and so like half the time they won't revive you, and then so you respawn, and as you're making your way back into the fight, you see them on their way towards you. You know, we've been playing for like 3-4 hours in one time. For one time, and there'd be one guy left alive in my squad that I just forgot about, and occasionally you'd be driving around between objectives and you'd just see that one guy just running towards you, and you just drive past him and he turns around and continues running towards you, trying to get in the car. I'm a threesome son of who's getting anything done takes ages. Depends on what you're doing, really. But yes, Arma 3 is much slower in the game. Even like online. It's on fire outside now. Even on when playing like King of the Hill, it's even though it's like that's PvP, that's still a fairly slow game mode. I spend most of my time just sat looking out of windows with a scoped rifle, not a sniper rifle because that's boring and no one likes people who use sniper rifles. But I use like a 7.62. Like MK14, or is it the MK17? That's one of my favorite weapons to use in Arma 3. Arma's great. The only experience you have is playing it with friends who host Zeus. You're all incompetent. I mean, we don't, like I said, me and my friend just play Anti-Stasi, which is like a PvE game mode. It can be PvP, but we play PvE. And that's just, we'll start a Anti-Stasi campaign, and we'll play through it for a little bit before we eventually get bored and move on to something else, because it can take so long to get anything done, and you can be playing it for like 4 or 5 hours in an evening and get absolutely nothing done, because what will happen is you'll go to an objective, there'll be an outpost, you'll go to the outpost will be a lot more heavily defended than you expect. You'll get there, you'll fight, you'll barely make it through the first fight. During that fight, reinforcements will get called, so you have to fight off the reinforcements. Then you have to, once you've captured the outpost, then you have to fight off the counter-attack, which sometimes just goes, the AI will just go completely crazy. Like, we've got like, they're bringing in like SU-25s against me and my friend who just have like AK-47s and an RPG-7, and they're just like leveling the place with SU-27s or A-10s. And it's like, what are we supposed to do about this? We haven't got any anti-air. Then then they bring in helicopters and everything. You barely survive that. Most of the time we don't survive, and the only way to get rid of the plane that's attacking us is just die by it. So its AI goes, oh, I've done my mission, and moves on. And then what you'll do is you'll be on your way to go somewhere else. You go, finally, it's taken us 3 hours. We've taken that objective. Let's go take another one. Let's go take a resource node nearby. As you're taking that, you'll get like a Russian attack notification saying that you're being attacked, and you'll see where they're attacking, and it's the outpost you've just taken. And so suddenly you're fighting two battles because you're taking the resources and the other place is being attacked. And you kind of go, you have to abandon one of them, which is usually the place that you've just taken. So you have to go and take that again, and you have to restart the entire process over again. And it's fucking, you can go an entire evening without getting anything done in Arma 3, but it's fun nonetheless. Because you get to the end of it, you look at the map and you look at what you have gained, and it's nowhere, it's nothing. You've gained like one town. You've gained like one town, you've lost like 3 tanks, you've died like 6 times, and you've got 17 civilians on your kill confirmed list. And it's like, what has been going on? When me and my friend was like new to Arma 3, or new to Anti-Stasi, we set up we were trying to take an outpost of resources, and we didn't know how, because we didn't know how it worked at the time. We had a single sniper rifle with a decent scope on it, and so one of us was the spotter and one of us was the shooter. I think I was the shooter and my friend was the spotter, and we were pointing and shooting at targets. And eventually we're like, all right, that seems like everyone dead. We get there, every single thing we killed was a civilian. there was like 3 enemies there, and everyone else was a civilian, and we just took everyone out. And it's like, well, we are now just terrorists, just taking out anyone in our way. There was numerous. You call that success? There was numerous times. There was one time where like I was running past a building, I was trying to get in a building because I was being shot at, and as I was going into the building, a civilian just started to walk out of it, and instead of just, because I was like, actively under fire, I was like, get the fuck out of my way, and just blasted him and ran in. And I was like, I kind of feel bad for that, but it was in my way. Arma 3 is so stupid, but it's so fun. I wish that there was a bit like a better way for me to play it on stream. I've never played it on stream, but I wish, like, because Anti-Stasi is not really something I could play on stream. It's not, well, I could, but not great. And King of the Hill doesn't seem too, like, I don't know if that would be interesting in the grand scheme of things. And then, well, actually, there is player interaction in that, like player to player interaction, so it could be. Oh wait, it's not the objective I thought it was going to be. Alright there. There's and then there's Outis Life, but Outis Life is shit. Anyone, I used to like Outis Life, but then I grew up and stopped liking Outis Life. But I've said it before, it's not that I don't like Outis Life, it's that I don't like the people who play Outis Life. Outis Life's a fun idea, and the other like role play servers, but I've said my piece in the past about why role play servers in games, I don't like them anymore. You're right there, I'm 36. It's just M36 just showed up and yeah, he's seen your wizard baton. I remember I remember buying Arma 2, not when that came out, and this isn't going to be, it's not me being an old man story. I remember watching someone play with Arma 3's excuse me, Arma 2, sorry. I remember watching someone play with Arma 2's level editor and being like, that seems amazing, and then I bought it and it barely ran on my computer and I didn't understand the control scheme for Arma 2. Arma 3 has its stupid moments, but you live for the moments where your friends are surrounded in a compound. You get to fly a little helicopter in at 10 meters, twist completely sideways and land, mount up, and take off backwards under fire. Oh, excuse me. It's I very rarely have those cool moments, because what ends up happening is like my friend would just fly in He'd fly in, he'd get shot out, the helicopter would fall out the sky and explode, and I'd die. The OWC starts tomorrow. I don't know what that is. The Only Wangs contest, where it's a contest about who's got the biggest wang. No women allowed. I used to have a friend, I say used to, we'd probably still be friends if we spoke, but my friend from when I was younger, we, oh, I thought that was a Panzer IV, that's why I was so negligent with my shot. He was a very good pilot. I'm terrible at flying. I hate flying. Whenever there's an opportunity to fly, I get someone else to do it for me. I'm awful at it. It's fun if I have no intention of landing. If I'm just playing in like the editor, it's fun to fly around. But if I have a purpose to flying, I hate doing it. So, but I used to have a friend who was really good at flying, and like on the King of the Hill, he'd be one of the guys that just flies back and forward between spawn and the objective, just doing crazy like under power line. Flying under power lines and just going as close to the ground as possible, just being as reckless as he could possibly manage. There we go. Not talking about the OSU World Cup. I'm not even certain OSU players will be watching that. Who watches the OSU World Cup? If I ever did a pirate just hit you up, sure. There'll be a situation where I'm pinned down in during I'll be playing King of the Hill and I'll be like, hey, Insomniac, here's this what, make sure you join my team and get in. Spend like 10 minutes repeatedly refreshing to get in because they're always full. That's the other problem with King of the Hill, is that all the servers are always full and I refuse to pay to get like bonus access to the server. Although I have sometimes been tempted to pay just because I like when it's like when they have an offer on it, it's like you can get a lifetime membership to this for like £10 or like £9. I'm like, you know what, I kind of consider it because I do like the servers. You severely underestimate the amount of free time you have. I also don't know if I would trust someone on the other side of the world trying to fly a helicopter. Is that it is. I don't know if I trust someone on the other side of the world trying to fly a helicopter on a European server. That's something that it also is a slight problem. Oh no. Yes. Shit. I took out 3 tigers that life, that's all that matters to me. Halo, is the Overwatch, is the OSU World Cup like actually a big event? Does it have like 1,000 people watching and people like cheering and clapping their legs together? Whenever I say like people clapping their legs together, what I want you to imagine, just in case you're unaware what I mean, is, you know when like a baby lies on its back and like grabs its feet and starts like playing with them and begins clapping them together? That's what I'm imagining. Like you're lying on your back, you've got your legs in the air in your hand, and you've got your hands around your ankles and you're clapping them together. That's what I'm imagining. That you're so happy you're watching, you know, whatever it is you're watching, the Counter-Strike World Cup or whatever. That you're lying on your back. You're lying on your back with your legs in the air and you're clapping. Ah. How's fair? Clap your cheeks. Everybody clap your cheeks. I ain't gonna mime that. That's stupid. Where's my team gone? I'm not gonna complain because they all died twice, but I'd just like to know where they are, really. Lying on your back with your legs in the air it's for an entirely different reason. That's disgusting. You disgust me. That's it. Moderator privileges revoked. I would never insinuate anything like that. I like the idea of people being like so excited about something that they act like babies, but it's usually, I only really think that for things that are a little bit, you know, I see it more as an insulting way to talk about it. So if ever I say your favorite thing is like is the same as lying on your back clapping your feet, I wanted to hit him in the fucking gun. What's that? Panther D around somewhere. Is that it there? No, that's not it. That's a M26 or something. No, it isn't. Oh no, it could be. I think France gets one. Da, 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 da. What's that noise? Is there a tank? There is. A tank, you say? What kind of dirty today? You got 1 kill, 1 assist in a Concept 3, hopped into a plane and spent the rest of the match in the air. Got 10 or so ground to air kills. Yeah, you should feel dirty for that. That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be locked away, put in a hole, and the key should be forgotten. There we go. I've got a Gundam on my desk. I got this. This is Gundam Aerial. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm looking forward to putting it together because I enjoy making things like the child I am. I was considering making it on stream, but I don't really know how I would do a stream like that. That's a bit... I think it could be a little bit boring after a while. Because it takes a surprising amount of time to put things together. Or at least it does for me. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. I tried to change my mind at last minute. I don't know how... I don't really know what I do for a Gundam building stream. I also don't know when. Because I want to put this together as soon as possible. But I had no intention of actually doing one. Although I could probably... yeah, I'm not sure. Black screen face cam where it is now. Entire build is completely out of frame, so all you can see is the top of my head for 4 hours. You can just see like the top, like it's cut off about here, but looking down. You occasionally will see like catch a glimpse of my hands. I didn't buy this to build it on stream. I bought it just because I wanted it. I'd love to get like big into Gundam making. I'm not going to. It wouldn't be that difficult really. All I'd need is a panel liner and some matte varnish or whatever. But that's too. Like the panel liners for the the Gundam brand panel liners is the same price as this Gundam was. What is that? Although to be fair, this Gundam wasn't that expensive. I was expecting it to be a little bit more than it was. It was only about, I think it was like 25 quid or something like that. I was looking at getting a bigger one because I like the idea of making it of like the bigger Gundams, but we're looking at 50 quid for the 1/100th scale version of this, and I didn't really want to pay for that much. I just wanted the experience of putting a Gundam together, you know. Which I've done in the past, but I was craving it. I had a couple. I'd been, for whatever reason, Reddit had started recommending me videos. Not videos, recommending me the Gundam subreddit, and so that kind of made me be like, I want to make Gunpla again. What's that? A Tiger 2, I think. I could actually, because I was thinking about. I don't know how it would be possible. Oh fucking. I didn't know how it was going to be possible for me to do a Gundam stream, but I do think, because I do have, wait, what the fuck? What the heck? Oh, fair enough. I do have, hi. I do have the ability to have a second camera. I got, I was playing with it the other day. I haven't used it in a while, but I do have the app called Droid Cam. So I am able to use my phone as a camera, which would probably be better if I was trying to record the Gundam itself. Probably would be much better for that. Yeah. Maybe a little Gundam, little gremlin. I don't really. I'd have to find like music to put on for a stream like that because I feel like it'd be a whole lot quieter than usual. Is that thing alive? I don't know. That doesn't really answer my question. I don't think it is. Oh shit. No! Anything but that. No! Or that. Never mind. Oh, to be a tank that doesn't have to think about where they're shooting. The T-34 is kind of like that at times. It looks like it's going to be a pretty fun kit to put together as well. Because it's got a couple stickers in it. When I first opened the box, I didn't see any of the stickers in it, and I got excited. Because I don't like stickers on Gundams. Of the ones that I have put together, the stickers have all basically come off. You can paint on the stickers, effectively, kind of. You can do the equivalent, you can, you know, paint the colours off, because it's just... A couple of them are shiny, so I could actually paint those on with some of the metallic paints that I've got. But it's do I don't actually know if I can go through the side of that, even if it was perfect 90. But I'm not looking forward to putting the stickers on. You can get transfer sheets of the stickers, which do go on a little bit better, but I'm not getting that big into it. If I was at the point where I was doing things like that, I would have paid for like the cooler version of this kit. I wouldn't have bought the smaller one. I still want to do a Warhammer stream as well. But the problem with things like a Warhammer stream is that the problem with a Warhammer stream is that I take ages to do every little step when it comes to painting. And so I feel like it just wouldn't be very interesting because I wouldn't finish the end of the stream with like a fully completed model. I mean, that thing where I zone out and have no recollection of the past 15 minutes. Every like 5 minutes. Have you not watched any of my streams? I'm always forgetting what I'm thinking about. I forgot what I was thinking about halfway through that sentence. Well, halfway through the Gundam sentence. Oh no. Don't look at me, I'm much too dumb. Wait, I'm much too dumb. No! Dementia. Have you gained dementia by watching me? Are you able to catch it from me? Can I give you dementia? You watch me for long enough and you develop it. I don't like that this gun doesn't really have the traverse to do. The little machine gun doesn't have that much traverse. It annoys me. Is that just to judge whether or not I actually want to or not? Would anyone be interested in just a stream where I build Gundam? Like, I didn't have any intention of doing it, but if you have at least a slight interest in it, I might. Go on, IS-1. Go on, IS-1. Go on, IS-1. Have at him, IS-1. Never mind, IS-1. You did your best. Dementia transfer digitally. New revolution? You mean evolution? I think I could transfer it. I think watching, like, if you watch enough brain dead content, you can develop dementia. It's probably it's. I hear that the more you do less. Well, no, the less things you do in life, the less your brain is like mentally stimulated over the years, the more likely you are to get something like dementia. So, if you are watching my stream, then I feel like you are statistically more likely to get it than someone who wouldn't. Like this stream, exactly. Exactly like this. Welcome, Orc. I hope you're fine. I like the idea that every time I stream, I make the barrier for I hope you're okay even lower. It's like, I hope you're alright. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're fine. I hope you're still breathing. Who's here? Oh, that is. Where's there a Tiger H1 hiding in the hedge? Self-sabotage. Anything over there? No? Oh, no. Oh, this version of the map has the SU-25 in it. I hope you still have a pulse tomorrow. That sounds like that's a threat, that is. That's a threat. I hope you wake up in the morning. I hope the curtains, I hope you open your curtains tomorrow. Open your curtains tomorrow. I hope you come outside. Shit, I stuttered that. I hope you come outside tomorrow. I hope the gunman doesn't get you tonight. I hope that I hope the bears don't find you. I think I might introduce bears into the UK. I think that'd be fun. Bears are a fun creature, and I think that I think we should have more of them. I think England needs something more to keep it, like, England as a country is too complacent with living in, like, sin or whatever it is that we do. We need something to put the fear of God back into us. And I think bears, like panthers, wild dogs, moose, they're pretty scary. I'd see, like, entire Canadian towns get locked down when a horny moose is on the run. I think that we should really start just bringing, like, actual demons. Ghosts, yeah. There should be a lot of ghosts in the UK, though, because it's mostly churches. It's like 90% churches and pubs, the UK is. I hope they can't hear you breathing. I think I'm 100 years of the Turkish Republic. I don't know any Turkish, but congratulations on 100 years, I guess. We need to bring the fear of God back into the British people, and I'm the man to do it. Just stop bringing ostriches in. Oh, and no, not ostriches, because ostriches are you do see those in the UK sometimes. They're not wild, but like there used to be an ostrich farm that we used to drive past semi-frequently. What is it? Cassowaries. We need to bring cassowaries to the UK. They're vicious creatures. They are like actual modern day raptors. They are. They've got a claw on the back of their foot that's like as long as a toddler's arm, and it'll like cut straight through your jugular like it's a knife. The thing is, you're right. Like, ostriches are easy to defeat. If you were saying that to ostrich, I think you were, because I think you said that before I brought up the cassowary. But like, an ostrich is relatively. Did you hear the story? It was a Wang video, not Wang as in W-A-N-G, Wang as in W-H-A-N-G. But like, the Wang did a video about talking about a story from like Reddit or somewhere about a zookeeper that was getting attacked by the ostrich by ostriches, and one of the other zookeepers had to rescue them. At this point, ostriches are funny-looking creatures, and they have funny behaviors. So the crowd watching the ostriches was laughing at this guy getting assaulted by an ostrich, to which the other zookeeper came along, like trying to basically pry the ostrich off his friend. Like, I think he whacked it with a shovel or something, and like snapped its neck, and it was completely loose and was just running around. And the laughter of the audience very quickly changed into absolute like just horror. As this ostrich is being removed effectively from consciousness. That's what we like to call there a guy who cheats. You've heard of savage geese, but they can't even hurt you. No, geese can hurt you. No, they can't. I've been on a rant in the past about geese. They're fucking harmless. Anyone who thinks that geese are harmful is just a coward. Swans, on the other hand, are dangerous, but I still think that you could beat up a swan if you tried. I don't think swans are as scary as people think they are. It's horrific because it would have been, imagine the comical whack sound of a shovel hitting it. It would be, I probably wouldn't necessarily, like, laugh. No, I'd probably laugh. No, I would definitely laugh. Hold on. Go on. Is it gonna work? There it is. Can't catch me. I watched a horse eat a chicken the other week, and I laughed at that. Like, I'm a fucked up little man, so I probably would laugh at an ostrich getting hit with a shovel. Swans? What do you mean? Swans are scary creatures if you let them. Where's this M50? Oh, there's a thing there. Swans would... Oh, that is the thing from earlier. Got the equine chompers. It wasn't even like a fully grown chicken. It was a chick. It was just a chick like walking around next to its feet, and the horse just goes down and just snarfs it up, just like that. I think that's the exact sound the horse made. Like, you see something like that, and you can't help but laugh because it's stupid. You don't expect horses to ever do that. Horses are evil creatures, though. I've said it before. There we go. Chicken nugget. I mean, it basically was to the horse. I got a video. I got a video on my phone of swans doing swan things. The other week, I went out on a walk and just like sat watching swans by the canal. That was a fun little mini adventure I went on. You're right there, Dick and Max. Took your time getting here. It's too bad that we're probably going to die immediately. There's something over here, isn't there? Oh, it's that. Every animal is like evil. If you like, they're not evil by design or like by choice. But have you ever seen horses like pulling people's hair for fun? The thing is with horses is that they're mischievous. They're mischievous creatures, but they weigh about a ton, and you don't really want a 1 ton being made of pure muscle and meat to be mischievous, you know. You don't want a horse going, I'm going to act up a little bit, you know. You don't want them getting up to a little bit of mischief. Because they like pull your hair and like scalp you. That's what horses do when they're just feeling a little bit cheeky. Shit. Just horsing around. Only humans are evil by choice, yeah. That and dolphins. I think dolphins are perfectly capable of comprehending the horrors and crimes they commit. Out of any animal on the planet, dolphins are the only ones that I believe know when they are committing a crime. What about a ton but their legs are like toothpicks below the thigh? Yeah, but it's about what they're it's about what they're capable of doing with them. I'd like to see you try and roundhouse kick like a horse's knee and see yourself come out of that living. I'd like to see. I would like to see you run over to a horse, grab hold of it with two hands, and start gnawing on it like you're a badger. You know. Horses are terrifying. Anything that has legs and hooves are terrifying. My sister once got kicked by an alpaca, and I was like, well, she was pregnant at the time, so I was even more scared. I was like, what did... First of all, don't go near an alpaca when you're pregnant. But I was terrified that she had just, like, you know, offed the unborn baby because she'd been hanging around alpacas. Turns out they're not that strong, and they don't have hooves, they have paw pads. But still, you know, it's stealing a horse in the oldie times called horsejacking. Yes, I'm a horsejacker by trade. Horsejack by name, horsejack by trade. Jonathan Horsejack, at your service. Here's my card. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna become a cattle rustler. I'm gonna become a professional cattle rustler. I am. Ugh, that's dirty. Didn't even look like it hit there when I fired. Where was that T-34 from earlier? Don't know. Someone else's problem in it. The fuck is cow rustling? Cattle rustling, not cow rustling. Although you would be rustling cows. Cattle rustling's the act of stealing someone's cows. Well, cattle. That was like a big crime back in the day. Cattle rustling's the whole reason that that barbed wire was invented. Barbed wire got invented because of cattle rustlers. I did a GCSE on the American West. I know a lot about cattle rustling. And by a lot, I mean I know what it is. Which is apparently more than some people. Don't look at me, don't look at me. That's scary, this is. Oh, never mind, don't have to worry about it. Oh, that P8 annihilated that M42. Do you never just want to go to the local farm and just like open the gate and start stealing cows? I hear they fetch quite a high price. And if you get them before the farmer has managed to brand them so that they can be identified as his cows, you can just nick them and brand them yourself. And what they're going to do? It's a profitable business. Fine. It's fine. It's not my prerogative. Find a big enough farm past the point that it's count. Exactly, yeah, like those American like super farm, like those huge ranches. America, I think Australia has some pretty big ranches as well. Find those where they basically just go by volume, as opposed to or like they go by how much space the cows take up, as opposed to how many there are individually. Who's gonna count up to 200 cows? I think I would give up counting cows after about 12. I think if anyone can count more than 12 cows, like this, they've got a gift. I'm not going to take into account the fact that I don't know what comes after 12. You know, you don't need to worry about that part. What's around? There's a M50 there. Can I machine gun this? No. Ah. I could load HE, but I'm not really too concerned about the ONTAS, I'll be honest. Shall I get a ranch? Shall I buy a ranch? And if I was like in America, I would definitely like buy a ranch or something. Land is so cheap comparative in America, comparative to the UK. Because in the UK, there's like no land spare at all. Every bit of land is either farmland, council houses, or owned by the rich people to put their single horse on called Clementine. Like, in the US though, there's land everywhere because there's so much land that no one wants, and you could just buy land, and it's great. What's the council house? Well, at least I know you're not British. Council houses are houses owned by the council. It's social housing. So for people who can't afford a house, you go to the council and say, I need a house. And you still have to pay for it. You're basically renting a house off the government. They're usually not the highest quality. They're quite old and always in a low class / low income part of town. But there's a lot of them and they're cheap. So yes, and also anyone can apply for them, I think. I think. And you may have to be earning under a certain amount of money to be able to apply for one. You also still have to pay for it, like I said. It's not just a free house. You don't just go to the government and say, can I have a free house? You still pay for it. It's just, like, subsidized by the government. And you have to go through a rigmarole to get one. They're not the best. What's the rent? I don't know. I don't live in a council house, so I'm not sure. And I don't know anyone who does. I know where there are council houses. In fact... No, I can't see any out my window. I was going to say I could see some out my window, but no, I can't. I can see granny flats out my window. And before you ask, a granny flat is a one floor house, a flat, a bungalow. A granny flat is a bungalow designed for old people and the disabled. That's what a granny flat is. They're usually very cheap and have a morbidly low turnaround time for them because obviously the people in them are generally dying quite quick. Mr. Upper Class doesn't have any lower class friends. I mean, it's kind of true, but not because I myself am upper class. I'm the lowest. Out of all my friends, I'm the lowest on the rung. I only have one friend. When I say all my friends, I have one. I could count someone else, but out of both of them, they both have jobs, which immediately puts them higher than me. And one of them's married and has moved out. So, although I don't talk to him, he's only a friend by being by another friend, and I claim he's a friend, but really I haven't spoken to him in years. But yes, what is that? Is that the PE? Here it is. I don't know actually. There it is. Gonna drop his bomb on me. He's dropping a bomb. It's out. Yeah. This is not my favorite anti-air, I'll be honest. Don't look at me. Stop looking at me. I'm ugly. I haven't put my face on today. It's wild that the P8 is so big you can't really tell how far it is accurately. I mean, that isn't the only problem. I'm also just not the best at shooting. It doesn't help that I've got mixed belts, so it makes actually, even if I do hit it, it makes it very difficult to do anything of worth. Because I think of all the shots that I hit, only one of them was an explosive round. I say all of them, I think I only hit them twice. That this tiger just popped smoke for that. I don't even know if the P-51 could do anything to the top of a tiger. Maybe the engine that. Da, 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 da. I'd love to stay, but like you say, I can see out of my window in terms of houses. I can see a really big like posh farmhouse, granny flats, and like the middle class area, the middle upper class area that's about several miles in that direction. Oh, excuse me. That I sometimes walk through just to pretend that I'm rich. But I've now learned that I walked past one of my an old friend's house the other day, and so next time I go there, I'm gonna throw bricks at his window. I like to humble the people around there. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I live in a low class area, and so I like to walk around the upper class areas dressed as I usually would, which is as someone who comes from the lower class, just to humble them, just so they look out the window and go, "Oh, that's what the lower classes look like." You know, I'm walking around wearing like just horrible clothing. I'm sweating. I'm breathing. I'm heavily breathing. I've got like 17 cigarettes in my mouth. You know, I've got a syringe coming out of my shoulder. I've got like a tinfoil hat on, just to make them realize what it is that is who it is that's making them rich. It never works. They usually just spit on me and tell me to leave. But I like in theory. I like the theory behind it. All right. I'm standing up. That's why I might be moving around a little bit weirdly. I've put my desk in standing mode today. I haven't used my sit stand desk for the purpose that I bought it for in a while, and so I need to stop. I need to bring it back. Oh fuck! Just annihilated the commander. Jolly good. What's going on? Okay, they're dead. I don't want to crest this hill. Am I standing for an hour? Yes. I I've stood for longer than this on stream. Also, yeah, I can sit down whenever I want. I've got buttons under here that allow me to. It's not like a fancy sit stand desk. Like there's different levels of sit stand. Yeah, you've got like the lowest one. The lowest one is a desk that has a crank on it that you have to manually crank to make it go down. That was the one that I was looking to get, I think. And then my dad was like, "We're not getting you that one. That's too, you know, I know you can't afford it, but we're getting the more expensive one, and I'll pay for the other half." And then you've got the next one, the next posh, like next one down, which is the sit stand desk that has buttons on it that allow it to go up and down. And then you've got like the really posh one that's underneath it that has like different profiles that are set. And so you can set a height and be like, this is the height I want it to have it standing. And then you press the button and it just goes to that height. And it has like USB cables and things in it. Like, it's great. I would love to have a desk like that, but they're really expensive. Manual labor, that's for the lower classes. Yeah. For the same price as buying just a, you know, an electric sit stand desk, I could have just hired a small boy to do it for me. I could have just hired a small boy to stand next to my desk and that I just say up and he puts the desk up for me. You know what? I don't trust this guy not to be about to shoot at me. Oh, he's being distracted by a lot of things. Bring the gun down. I know you can bring it down more. What's the point of having an open top tank if you're not going to... If you're going to have an open top tank, bring the gun down lower. I think I'm about to get hit by a plane. Why am I so bad? I know I could shoot APCR, but that's not fun. APCR isn't as fun as hitting him with an APDS, AP HE round. M18. Wait, what's in the sky? There's at least one friendly plane in the sky. I love this desk. I kind of wish I would have gotten the bigger one, but that was getting too that was too pricey for me. Like I said, I could barely afford the desk that I was gonna get. So when we were in IKEA, my dad was like, "Yeah, we're getting you the better one." I didn't really have much negotiating room to get the even more expensive one. Because I had a downgrade. My old desk was massive. It meant I had less space in my room. Like, I've got more space in my room, but I think the amount of usable space didn't go anywhere because of the amount of cables and things that come off of this desk, and the fact that I have to have it fairly far away from the wall so nothing gets caught on the wall while it's going up and down. Kind of means that any extra space that I got from getting this smaller desk is kind of negated. Just a regular M43, I think. I recommend getting, if any of you have disposable income and like the idea of a sit-stand desk, I recommend getting one, but not for any of like the hipster, oh, they're so good for your back, or, you know, it's good to stand up while working. None of that. Just because they're cool and they're fun. And it's like sometimes you just like to stand up while doing things. I just like the option to be able to stand. Okay. That looks like a plane about to attack me. It is. Wasn't even looking. Da 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 da. Alright, time to bring out an actual tank and die in this instead. I'd love to stay. Oh, I should have got the one with the machine gun on top. That would have been at least useful because this thing's in the sky. But we got anti-air, so we should be alright. One of them is the Fong Kong, which... yeah, it's already gone. It's not the worst anti-air if you actually hit the target, but the recoil on it is so bad that it's just unusable past the first shot. And with it firing... It feels like the two cannons like aren't linked at all, and so they're firing in two directions. The Ostwind 2 has two cannons, and that works just fine. But then again, they're not like 37mm or whatever the Hong Kong is. I think it's 37. The Ostwind 2 is only like 30. I think. Or maybe it's 40. Maybe the Ostwind 2 is just better because it's the Ostwind 2, and the Ostwind is a good tank, so why not? Just surely having two of them would be just as good. Anything around? Here's something in front of me. I can also hear... Well, is there a heavy tank around? Pay attention to the designated grid zone. I'm not helping you, Tiger 2. 1. I know I should, but, you know. It's North Korean, what did I expect? Is it North Korean? I thought it was just Chinese. Or is it like a Chinese vehicle that the North Koreans used? What's that? Why did it get a shot into me? What's that? Why is this not getting involved? Da 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 da. Is there any reason for me to try? No. But I'll bring this out anyway, just to show some moral support to the team. But look at that. Like, what am I supposed to hit with that? Nothing. That's what. I can't even begin to do something useful to an enemy target. I think I'm mildly annoying to it. Why are you coming after me with your machine gun? I can't do anything! It's North Vietnamese. I was going to say, I don't think there's any North Korean vehicles in this game. As far as I'm aware, or at least nothing that's uniquely North Korean. Oh yeah, it's got the Vietnamese flag. It also kind of makes sense when you actually look at the lettering. It's very Vietnamese lettering as opposed to whatever China has. But terrible nonetheless. Absolutely worthless. Worst anti-air in the game, unless you count some of the other Soviet ones. Keep my knees working, because I'm not going to have them forever when I get them removed and replaced with wheels. I think it'd be fun to get, like, wheels where your knees should be. I think it'd be fun to get wheels on my ankles and my knees, so I can just, like, do, like, a Transformers move and just... I'm running along like a gazelle, and I just slide down into, like, wheel formation and roll towards people nearby. Kind of like Heelys, but they're installed into me. I used to love Heelys. I think I've mentioned them in the past. I fucking loved them. They were like the best thing I ever got. Neelys. I used to love my Heelys. They were great. I don't think anyone. I don't think people fully comprehended just how fun Heelys were when they first came out. I don't know if you can still get them. I looked up if that was possible. I think you might be able to, but they're even more of a gimmick now than they used to be. I had like 2 pairs because my dad was the manager of a charity shop at the time, and so I think a pair came into that, and a pair of knockoff Heelys. They were different. So the Heelys that I had, you take the wheel out if you didn't want it. These ones the ones that my dad found, they had a little they had a what is it? Like a button on the back that you had to press to bring it out and put away, which was cool because if you didn't have them in, you could be like you could be walking along and say, "Hold on, I'm gonna switch into speed mode," and like kick your heels together, and the wheels would pop out, and you could run away, sound like a tap dancer after a burglary. It was great. Right, yeah, okay, that's gonna be a terrible shot because I'm stupid. I used to love them. I used to like roll around Tesco and get shouted at by the guys working there. It's just unfortunate that as a 25-year-old man, you'd look weird wearing them now. Because I'd love to use them now. Although you'd end up looking like Tobuscus. Because Tobuscus was like a 25-year-old man when he was playing with Heelys. And looking back on it, he looked stupid. Tobuscus, famous internet man and also dickhead. Known for doing horrible things, I think. I don't know how horrible. I hear the dogs barking, but I don't know what they're barking at. There's a weird age range in the middle. Once you get old enough, they're fine again. What, like, once I hit like 40, I can start wearing Heelys again? Is it socially acceptable for a 40-year-old man to wear Heelys? Because I can't wait to get to the age of 40 if that's the case. What time is it? Okay. Because they just look like regular skate shoes, like normally. But then if you put the wheel in, I did fall over in them once and get like a massive gash in my leg, which was not great. You know, they weren't safe in the slightest. As far as footwear goes, they were not safe at all. But they were fun. And I wish they would come back in a major way, because that would make my major day. Probably pension age when you don't give a fuck anymore. Oh, to be a pensioner. To be fair, I'm never going to become a pensioner. So I'm never going to get to use Heelys again. What was this? Oh yeah, I wanted to... Speaking of skate shoes, when I was younger, I wanted to be a skateboarder. I never learned a single skate trick. Why did you... What? I never learned a single skate trick. Ooh, that was nasty. and I owned like 2 skateboards, and that was about as far as I got. So I never ended up being a skateboarder, just in case you were wondering. It was a disgusting shot because I didn't deserve it. Vac banning coming. I'm gonna get vac banned from a non-Valve game. It's happening. I've had at least 2 disgusting shots over the last 3 War Thunder streams, so I think it's about time it's Jova. I still haven't gone through any of those streams from the other day. I've been a very lazy boy. I've basically done nothing in terms of you know, usual content creator things. I made a couple TikToks that I've been uploading, and that's about it. Where's the enemy? There's one. And there's Spawn. Gotta wait for him to come out of spawn protection. Like, oh, that was a building. I thought it was a rock. Didn't really explain why I was shooting at it. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I used to love it. I used to like play a Tony Hawk game. I used to be like, I kind of want to play a skating game. This is when I'm talking. I was still a child at the time. I was like, I want to play a skating game, and so I'd get a Tony Hawk game. I'd play it and then go, I want to learn to skateboard. I'd get my dad to buy me a skateboard. I'd ride it around the street for like 4 minutes and then never touch it again. Did the same thing again, but slightly less embarrassing. Go. Now he knows I'm here, though. Which is a problem, if you didn't know. Confusing rock for a building UK architecture. We live in caves here in the UK. You know, there's like you know, in like America, on the American plains and wherever, you find like entire like villages that are like prehistoric villages that are like carved into the rock. That's where we live in the UK. I went through the driver and the loader of that and took out the Ostwind. It's technically a collateral. You can't take that away from me. Da 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 da. Fuck it. The M19 is such a good vehicle. Unless someone gets a machine gun on you, in which it's not, but I love it. I'd sometimes just take it out on its own, just to use, just as a tank destroyer, or like a light tank. I haven't done that in a while, though. I just do it when I needed something to do. When I wanted to play War Thunder, but not actually play it, you know. I can feel my knee swelling to the size of a melon. Probably should sit down at some point, but I quite like the energy that that standing up gives me, you know. When I'm sat down, I'm much more, you know, closed in on myself. Whereas when I stand up, I'm expressing, I'm showing the world, look, this is my torso. I am here, showing you my torso. Don't ask whose it is. It's mine now. I found it, I can keep it. It was in the bin. The person who threw it out didn't want it, so I'm just giving it a new home. Welcome, torso, to my house. Never had a success with the M19, but it was a long time ago when you last played it. I mean, it's fun. It's not the best at anti-air, but the good thing is about it in anti-air roles is you only need one shell to hit the target, and it'll probably take it out. However, one thing that is very nice about the M19 is that there's nothing at its battle rating that can block it from the side, aside from the KV1. The KV1 you can't go through the side with it, but every other vehicle at its battle rating, unless it's changed, unless it's gone up since the last time I used it, you can go through the side of everything and through the front of most things. You can go through the side of T-34s, of Panzer IVs. You can go through the front of the Panzer IV. M4s, you can definitely go through the side of whatever Britain has. You can take out every other nation. Basically, just has a variation of those three vehicles. But it's oh, excuse me. It's a very all right vehicle. I don't know how much I've used it in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, no, it's still 4.0, so you could go through the side of everything with it. It's got 72. Is it? Yeah, unless they've nerfed that and I'm looking at that wrong, but I'm pretty certain that 72mm is enough to go through anything. Am I going to do the DLC of Dark Souls 3? I might at some point. I haven't got any plans to do it right now, but I do. Like, yeah, I think I've got nothing set in stone for when I'm going to do it, but I do want to do it at some point. Yes, I need to buy it first. I need to get the DLC, which I'll probably get next time it's on sale. Like it's on, it's cheaper, and I'll play it. I've heard that the DLC is very good, much more difficult than the main game, which means that I'm going to have to relearn how to play Dark Souls 3. Or at least I need to relearn the feeling of Dark Souls 3 when I go back to do that. But I should do. I'll probably do that at some point. I could probably do that whenever. Actually, I need a new game to play, and I said that I was going to play Elden Ring. I said that I was going to play Elden Ring at some point, but I'm not entirely certain I actually want to play through Elden Ring as much as I want to play it. If that makes sense. Thinking back on it, there are certain things I don't want to do again. And it's like, I don't know if I want to do that on stream. I don't know if I want to do it at all, ever. So, I don't know when I'm starting to regret saying that I want to play Elden Ring. But we'll see about that. But yeah, I definitely want to do Dark Souls 3 DLC. How many are there? Is there 2 or 1? I thought that I'm sure I saw that there's more than one DLC for Dark Souls 3. What's this? Oh, this is like Halloween things. I don't care. These are nothing. These are absolute nothing. That's like the only good one. Oh wait, this Ghost is pretty cool. It's 2, okay. Are they both worth playing, or should I focus only on one? Because I don't want to play this. I want to continue playing China. I can't remember if it like what it looked like on Steam. The bosses are good in both. Well, looks like I've got myself an entire like 2 weeks worth of streams to play what the word be? And the sentence started wrong. I got an entire 2 weeks worth of content. There we go. Do you ever do that? Do you ever start a sentence and just have no idea like where it's going to go or like how it's going to get to the point you want to say it? That's not a sentence either. A point proven, really. You start a sentence with the wrong word and it's like I have no idea how to get to the point. I could also something else that I can do is so I want to play Bloodborne. I've mentioned that a lot. I've mentioned that I want to play Bloodborne quite a few times. I just need to bring my PlayStation 4 up here and find a way of actually playing it up here. And if I'm doing that, I should probably get the DLC just because I've never played the DLC for Bloodborne, and I hear that that's pretty good. I've never. Well, yeah. I've been told it's pretty good. You just shake and reframe. You do a vibrate. It's like you're erasing an Etch-a-Sketch to start the sentence again. I should do an Etch-a-Sketch stream where I play with an Etch-a-Sketch. I used to have one. It was like a little handheld one that we got from like a service station, or that I got from a service station on my way on holiday. Etch-a-Sketches are cool. Completely useless and a waste of money, and no one should ever own one, but they're cool in theory. The gates. What is that? M46, I think. Enemy here as well. Enemy. There's a hedge. I'm in the shit of it now. I'm forgetting to breathe, so when I start breathing, it's gonna sound horrible because I'm gonna look like I've not breathed in like 4 years. If you're a PC player who wants to play Bloodborne, you always love watching it. I think it's a very fun game. I'm a big... Bloodborne was the first Soulsborne game that I actually played through and beat. I owned Dark Souls 2 at the time, but I didn't get along with that. But Bloodborne, is in pure aesthetics, is one of my favorite. Well, it is my favorite, even above Sekiro in terms of aesthetics. I'm a big fan of Japan as an aesthetic, or like feudal Japan, as a setting. Maybe not aesthetic. When I think of aesthetic, I think of people who see a homeless man and go, "That's such a mood." Ancient Japan, feudal Japan as a setting is quite interesting, but I definitely think that whatever the setting of Bloodborne is more interesting, and just the whole, what is it? The whole Lovecraftian aspect to it is very fun. Okay, an IS-1, I think. No longer an IS-1. Is I know that there's someone who made a Bloodborne demake for there's a Bloodborne demake for PC that's made to look like it was made on the PlayStation 1. I didn't play that much, but I played it a little bit just for a bit of fun. Not on stream, I just played it on my own. Why do I hate Elden Ring? I don't hate Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. I'm just saying that there's certain things about it that I don't want to do again because they're difficult, and also because I'd have to set it's one of those games that's pretty long, and when I think about playing it, I'm thinking like, okay, I've got to do that, and that means I've got to then do this, then I've got to go here, then there, then there, then there, and it just keeps going, and I'm like, oh no, it's gonna take so long to play Elden Ring. I'm a big fan of it. It was I didn't intend to get it on launch, but then I got caught up in the hype of everyone playing in it. And also there's a little bit of me that was like, get Elden Ring, it'll make you famous on the internet. There was always that little bit inside me because that's why I do anything. But no, I love it. I've played through Elden Ring 2.5 times. It's just fighting bosses like Melania is not something I want to do, because if I'm going to stream it, I might as well try and fight every major boss in the game, and that means that I've got to fight bosses that I didn't want, that I'm remembering like, oh, if I'm going to play it on stream, I've got to have to challenge myself, which means that I'm probably not going to use summons or out like that on stream. I know that they're legit strategies, but I played through every time I've played Elden Ring, I've used summons or spirit ashes, and as a result, all the bosses felt very easy. They had their quirks and their bits and their difficulties, but for the most part, all the bosses were very easy because I would just summon the mimics tier in, which just trivialized everything. And especially because I dual wielded samurai swords or katanas, which meant that I just did immense amounts of bleed damage to the enemy. Combine that with a mimic that's using the exact same loadout as me, and bosses go down incredibly quick.